Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. Today I have a different kind of intuitive reading for you. We will be looking at the direction that your soul wants you to go. That's kind of the flavor that is going to pervade this reading. I'll also be looking at where you are, energetically, spiritually at this point, but we're really going to be focusing more on the direction that your soul wants you to go. I will also be creating an extended reading for you from this reading. The link is in the description below, so if as we're going along you want to go deeper or you want to learn a little bit more, feel free to follow me over there at the end of this reading. So, okay, message for Scorpio, please. We're going to start with the animal oracle cards. Shark, purpose, and cat intuition. I'm sorry, this is funny. This is funny to me, personally. If you have been worrying about being lost or not having a purpose, or maybe, things are seeming too mundane or it's kind of not special, and you worry that you're not doing your purpose, these cards are coming out to say, yes, you are doing your purpose. Actually, everything and everyone has a purpose, but your particular purpose has to do with your intuitive gifts. That's our message from the cat. Okay. This shark card is really interesting. It's kind of a mermaid, but she's half shark. So there's a fierceness in that image and a playfulness in this one. And both of these cards are talking about ancient energy. Okay, so these are intuitive gifts that have been with you, have been developing with you over many lifetimes, from a long time ago. And so if you're not sure if you're doing your purpose, as long as you are using your intuitive gifts and honing them, honoring them, listening to them in some capacity, you are doing your purpose. Okay, your purpose is essentially to use your intuitive gifts, to use your intuition. As long as you're doing that, you're doing your purpose. Okay, let's get some other messages for you. Rebirth, Four of Cups, High Priestess. Wow. We're just getting hit over the head over and over and over with intuition, and then some more intuition for you. Really interesting here. The two cats on either side of the two, what would you call these? Like real life cats, and then the goddess cat in the middle. We've almost got the backwards here. We have two huge energy and then like the normal one. So what is really happening here? It looks to me like your intuitive gifts are expanding, and that part of you, whether you're doing this consciously or unconsciously, you're calling down more of your intuitive power. You're asking for more of your intuitive power. And our Four of Cups in the middle of there. I just want to clarify something, because the High Priestess is also denoting a time of mystery when things don't quite make sense. And the Four of Cups is kind of giving me a different message as to how you're feeling about those gifts. All right. Prince of Cups, Ten of Swords, Tower. A lot of breaking down going on. Okay, a lot of breaking down in either your world or in your way of seeing things. Prince of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Tower. It's like on this quest for greater intuition, you've had to go through a lot. You've had to go through endings. You've had to go through also just a total, what feels like a shock, a big shock to the system. And it's all about seeking that stronger connection to your gifts, stronger connection to that otherworldly information. But I feel like right now you've come out of this calamity. Kind of like a personal crisis is what I'm feeling with all of this. You've come out of this personal crisis and you're just kind of in this space of like kind of this checked out space where we're not really excited about moving forward. We're not really seeing what's going on, but you're just kind of like going through the motions. And I believe this is why the shark card came out, because this has caused a lot of you to question what is really going on. Am I really doing the right thing? I'm not feeling anything. But on the other side, we've got the rebirth, which says that your gifts are coming out stronger than ever, but that it has required a sacrifice of yourself. You've had to give up part of yourself, and you've had to leave this part of yourself behind. This is a part of yourself that has been attached to you for a long time. It's maybe not in the forefront, but it has been attached to you for a long time. And in order to bump up to this next level of intuitive power, you really have to leave this out of your vibration and out of your identity. This figure here is naked, so he's not wearing anything. He's not tied to anything. No context, no culture, no time, no definition, because that's what clothes really are. You can, when you go to museums and things, they use the clothes to date what they're, what you're seeing. And we talk about fashion being out of date or in style or out of date, whatever. So it ties you to time. And what this card is saying is you are not tied to time right now. So you've cut yourself off from who you were. You're not part of that time space anymore. So what is the soul's advice in all of this? As you've been asking for this stronger sense of purpose and this stronger validation of your purpose, the validations have come in a way that you just were not expecting. And that is what the doubt is about. It's as if you thought you knew what you were asking for, but here's the tricky thing, Scorpio. You were asking for the way things were happening in the past. You were asking for the way your intuition was working in the past. And the thing is that you have a much bigger way of using your intuition, which is totally different than the way it worked in the past. I'm distracted because there's kind of a scary figure down here. There's a scary ancient looking shark at the bottom. And I think that's the purpose. I mean, I think that's part of the point here, that this is scary. The way your intuition is starting to work now is scary. But you also have to understand that it's part of your lineage. It's as if an ancient part of your intuition is finally catching up to you. So let me explain this in a kind of mundane way. Fruits and vegetables in the olden times, I suspect, were a lot more potent than they are now. The soils were not over-farmed. We didn't have pollution. So there was much more healing power in the plants of the earth back then. This is my personal theory about this. So when we read herbalist books and things and we see what they were using, I have the experience now that sometimes when I use herbal remedies, it's not as strong as I was hoping it was. But I feel like in the past, they were very strong because they were so pure. So it's as if this purer, older, more potent and powerful form of intuition is coming back to you through this very ancient primordial connection. And that's really exciting. I think that's very exciting. But let's see your soul's advice with that. So in order to take on that old sense of intuition from the past lives, from the past of who you were, you really had to break down a lot from this particular life because it was inhibiting the integration of that older intuition with your current self. Okay, advice. Number 5. The Fool, the Star, the Queen of Wands, the healing of your power, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Princess of Swords. Okay. So basically, I'll show you the middle first. We had the healing of the Queen of Wands, essentially, this star energy. So this is the advice from the soul about what to do about all this. The star going into the Queen saying, I'm restoring your power to you. You have now this ancient power coming back to you and you're restored. And now you're complete. Now you have everything. This is the Nine of Pentacles here. And you notice the white, which is the color of the divine. And she's wearing red, which is the healing of those root chakra childhood traumas. Okay, so if you are someone who has been working on your childhood traumas, you are now at a point where you're able to receive this older intuition. And if you're not quite at that point yet, this is just telling you the roadmap. Once you heal those childhood traumas, this older, more powerful, almost raw energy kind of form of intuition comes to you. But it comes now in the form of a blessing. Now on the other side, I just want to make sure I've got this right. We've got the Fool walking out of this, and we got the Princess of Swords. So the Fool walking out is just you taking this gift out and not knowing where it's going to take you. Being completely open to where it's going to take you, and understand that it's going to feel a little bit shaky or risky for some time now. You're not on solid ground yet with it. And I think this is why the Princess of Swords is here, to warn you against flip-flopping. Don't start doubting it and then going back on it and then believing it and then doubting it and then believing it. It's just completely new. It's almost like some time travel has happened where this entity or intuition from the past has time traveled to the present. So of course it's a little disoriented, right? It doesn't know this world yet. So be patient with your gift, be patient with yourself as you're learning how to navigate this old power in this new time. So Scorpio, this is really fascinating. I did not expect this reading to go in this way. So I'm going to continue to draw cards and get more information for you. If you'd like to follow me over, the link is in the description below, and I'll see you over there.